With any luck, Stripes,
Mhm.
the stream has actually begun.
Well, I just got a notification, so I think you're good.
I should hope so. And I should hope that everything's making the sense tonight. Bing bong. Jordan Brown in the stream chat says hi. And so does Faith, so does Ruben. Serious Sketch as well. And they're all wishing you a happy birthday, Stripes. Look at them go.
I'm not in chat, so I can't see, but I believe you.
Psh, you should bring up the chat. Believe in yourself.
But I need the reference.
You can have a separate window. Takumi Nagata says happy birthday, Stripes.
I'm coming. Thank you, though.
A fond welcome to everybody. Hello. And hopefully you're all having a... What?
It's not until the end of the day that I realize this one will have cake on your birthday. It's not the... What is this thumbnail?
It's the Stripes birthday thumbnail.
I love it.
It's Stripes birthday thumbnail.
I don't even have that many Rylakumas. I've only got one.
I didn't know that was something that you desired.
I mean, not really. Sometimes they got these funny costumes and they're cute, but otherwise, I'm good with the one.
While you're drawing in the back, no, you're fine. While you're drawing in the background, I was thinking that what I could do was just mix up a bit of, me reading. I wouldn't call it throwaway lists, because these topics are actually extremely interesting, and that may honestly be the problem, is that the topics may be too interesting. So
maybe I should make an Ask Reddit post of my own, because I can't find what I want.
Good luck getting it to take off, because that seems to be the big problem these days, you know what I mean?
Do I need to be reputable or something to get anywhere?
Not at all. It just needs to basically catch fire with the right people, and that's 100% of the problem. I find with Ask Reddit threads a lot of the time, even if somebody finds it particularly interesting, whether or not they're going to upvote the damn thing is the real problem. And sometimes it's like people, they comment, but they forget to bing bong. You know what I'm saying.
I know they don't have tails, but it doesn't sit right with me, and I'm going to give them tails.
Guys, I'm going to go ahead and offer this to the stream chat, guys. Would you like me to read the list that says small things that make a big difference, or would you like me to read the worst roommate stories? Because you guys can have the choice of where we start. Do you know what I mean? Have that choice. What?
Wait, were you asking me, or was it just a general question?
No, I was asking you to the stream.
Oh, okay. Well, personally, no, I guess I would create a bias if I said anything, so I'm going to leave it up to them too.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to submit a link on
Excuse me.
I'm going to submit a link on narrated, and then what I'm going to try to do is get people to upvote it. So guys, I love you to death, but what I really want you all to do right now is, if you have a Reddit account, go to this page and upvote the post that I just made, and we're going to do that all night tonight. And it'll be the first time that I've ever really taken steps towards trying to get something popular. I like that that Faith said hap birth, Stripes, instead of happy birthday, so that's interesting in itself. Jordan Brown says they like the drawing. She's drawing a character from Night in the Woods, which was a game that we recently broke into. Mango McMahon says stop being old, Stripes. You know what
You
I
don't
mean?
know how old I am. Maybe they do, actually.
Taku says hello and happy out the vagina day. And there's that. Looks like Anthony Mitrano wants worst roommate. And then Serious Sketch says you should pick because it's your birthday.
I wanted worst roommate, and since people are already choosing that, I guess we've already got something going on.
Indeed we do. Indeed we ding dong doodly do. So, worst roommate story number 20. Wait a minute.
What's up?
I've had Sorry, I want to position my windows properly so that we don't have all kinds of weird problems. Hello everybody and welcome again. We're going to crank into the worst roommate stories. If you guys saw that link that I posted, I want you to go there, upload the one post that you see on that page, and we're going to try and do something hilarious tonight. Number 20. Not actually my story, but a friend of mine had a pretty rough time on their first week of living in a new place with a bunch of guys. She originally wanted to rent with her friend, but unfortunately her friend pulled out of the university. At the local university they were attending together, so she ended up having to find somewhere to rent alone. She ended up renting a room in a house share with 4 other guys that were also students. It's weird that the yawns just come in as soon as I start reading. God. After the first week, she informed them that she was going to the shop and they asked her to pick up some toilet tissue for the house. Unfortunately, she forgot, and they were pretty upset about it. So the next day, after being out of the house all day, she came home to find her bedroom walls and bed sheets smeared in shit. It was their idea of teaching her a lesson about forgetting the toilet paper. Holy bing bong. Happy birthday, Shrimps. I'm sorry.
I don't think I'll ever
Talk about overreacting, dude.
Yeah.
That's your roommate, dude?
Okay, wait. Do you think the kids they got together at some kind of council and decided what the best punishment is for her?
It's just unbelievable, no matter what angle I think of it from. I don't even know where to go with it. That's crazy as hell. You know what I mean? You have a roommate. You ask her to get something at the store after she's like, hey, I'm going out. Do you want anything? And then she forgets, like a human does. She forgets. And they're just like, you know what? What are we going to do? She forgot our toilet paper. Well, let's go the extra mile, go into her room and smear shit all over the walls. What the freaking hell? Sarah Bishop says happy birthday. Sarah Bishop, if you have a Reddit account, I would like you to go to this page and upvote that thing that I posted. We're going to try something hilarious tonight. You know what I'm talking about? Girl. Ooh.
Where is this all going? I didn't even look at... Wait, you want me to upvote it too then, right?
Nope. I mean, you could. Number 19. So, I lived in a dorm room with 2 other guys. There was this one bunk bed. And why? Oh, God. There's something... You know what I mean? It's something to do with the damn lists. It's like I'm being haunted. Number 19. So I lived in a dorm room with 2 other guys. There was this one bunk bed and, a single. I slept in the single and the other 2 at the bunk bed. We'll call Larry the guy on the bottom bunk and Eric the guy on the top. It was Saturday night and we all came back drunk from parties at different times. So it's about 2 to 3 a.m. and we are all in bed. All of a sudden I began to hear this faint moaning. I picked my head up to see Larry laughing his ass off, but trying to stay quiet. Above him is Eric, who apparently is watching porn on his phone, out loud and beaten one out. Oh. Their bed was shaking. One of the most awkward experiences. The worst part was that this was the first of 3 times that this happened. We never confronted him. Man, after the second time happened, Stripes, do you think that you try to start recording the guy?
Why? To just shame him or blackmail him?
No, man. Well, to shame him into not beating one out, Stripes.
I don't think I would know.
Yeah. Trying to move this over on the Skype call so that you can get more of it in frame. That's fine. Whatever. Once again, guys, welcome. Thank you for joining us tonight. Happy birthday to Stripes, am I right? Sarah Bishop says, I will do that. I do have a Reddit account. I appreciate that, Sarah, and I appreciate everybody who went to that page to upvote the thing. We're going to keep scrolling up on this list of worst roommates to number 18. Day 1 of the first year of university. My floor in residence, unbeknownst to me, was playing a drinking game involving roasted clams. The objective being to make any puke as disgusting as it can be for whoever has to clean it up. What kind of assholes? My roommate waltzes into the room around 2 a.m. At 3 a.m., I wake up to this putrid smell, and this smell of partially digested roasted clams and this god-awful choking sound. He had projectile vomited while laying on what did I say? Projectile?
Projectile.
What the fuck? Sorry, this story is really messing with my brain because I'm just so glad I don't have to be in the midst of people this nasty. Yes, nasty. He projectile vomited while laying on his back. Long story short, I had to clean his airway of clams that he had obviously swallowed whole and gave him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation and CPR. I will never forget the taste. On the plus side, resident services upgraded me to community advisor suite for a week while the room was being cleaned. Just while it was being cleaned? You want to go superhero and do mouth-to-mouth on some bitch who was literally deliberately trying to vomit the nastiest vomit possible? Ugh.
Kyle,
pass, dude. Pass. No, seriously, let's talk about this. Maybe it makes me a terrible person, you know what I mean? But when you have elected as a dude to try to find a way to vomit as gross as possible, and you need your life saved because you were swallowing clams whole. So it's not just that you're an asshole, it's also that you're an idiot. You know what I mean? You're swallowing clams whole, right? And your airway gets blocked now because it's coming back up. Yeah, I'm supposed to bing bong you out of this freaking scenario because it's my fault.
That he interrupted some kind of Darwinism going on.
Yeah, that was what was interrupted. And if it were me, I would have let shit unfold the way that I'm just postponing the inevitable, man. You know what I mean? This seems like the type of guy that would try to drive a car with the seat facing the back of the car or something. You know what I mean?
You get it.
Idiot.
But like, do you remember the dude that we were watching got into a fight and then he just puked all over the other dude? Like hate puke on him?
Stripes is talking about a video in which we saw two dudes fighting, and one bigger boy had the one boy pinned down at one point, and he was a big boy because, you know, the dude couldn't get up. Okay, Stripes, you may not have understood this watching the fight, but allow me to make the context apparent to you. This big boy was probably not the type of boy that would exert himself too often. So he wasn't vomiting out of like, you know, I'm going to get you by vomiting on you. Yeah, he directed it right at him because he was on top of him. But I think the vomit kind of just got on him because he was over him like that. I don't think he was particularly directing that vomit straight down at the kid. And furthermore, I think that he got to the point where he was vomiting because he riled himself up by getting all fighty mode and, you know, adrenaline-y style, and he was actually throwing his weight around with punches and shit like that, which is more than he's used to. You could easily make yourself sick, you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter what weight you are if you're doing all kind of crap that you've never done before, flipping yourself around, all kind of shit like this. But as a big boy who probably do a lot of sitting around, you know what I mean, jumping up and getting into a fight out of nowhere was definitely something that stirred him up inside. And long story short, ladies and gentlemen, for Stripes and I watching this video, it was just one big dude pinning down another dude that vomited all in this boy's hair. He had enough hair where it was like, oh, and it was all like creamy looking and stuff. Like the boy had a strict diet of smoothies or something. It was blowing our minds. We were like, nah, man, this is nasty. And what did I say to you, Stripes? I think after the video was done, I said, now, I'm not, I don't know.
Kill a man.
No, I said something like, I wouldn't know how to start a guide on how to make someone want to kill you, but it would have to be this. Yeah, like somebody vomits in my hair, like, man, that's a wrap. You know what I'm talking about? That is a wrap. Better start counting the seconds until your life is forfeit. Please, Lord. Woo, woo. You vomit and then somebody doing mouth to mouth. What the bing bong. Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's stream. It's Strife's birthday, you know, happy birthday to her. We're just going to be asking or reading a lot of Ask Reddit threads. Hope you guys are having a great evening. Jordan Brown says, except that they are open and they aren't called condoms. Somebody was asking if mouth condoms were a thing.
Oh, yeah, mouth condoms are a thing. Like, CPR mouth guards are a thing, I should say.
Josh Latham says that if he doesn't lock his door, his roommates come in and steal his mattress every single time. Well, that's weird, but at least they're doing something stupid to encourage you to keep your door locked. You know what I mean? I think I was reading a story earlier today about a girl who shared her password with her dumb roommate, and then the roommate apparently didn't like the guy that she was dating, so for some reason she deleted a whole bunch of the information necessary for her to get into her classes, the other girl, you know what I mean? And it just made her life a living hell, and it was just like, how petty can you be over a girl, like, you know, a dude that you don't like, is he wasn't making advances at her from what she made it seem. Ruben says feliz cumpleaños, and then he says que te la pases bien.
That's racist.
What did he say?
No, I mean that he's speaking to me in Spanish. He said que lo paso bien means that I pass it well, I think. Like I have a good time.
Yeah, bing bong it well. You know what I'm talking about?
You want to say it again?
Reminds me of this guy who came in as a patient after the checkup, and they kissed me. They kissed, and she caught the vomit. Ew.
Ew.
Ew. A quick reminder to everybody who may have just showed up: go to that subreddit, upvote my post, and we'll have a great day. Bing bong. Number 17, guys. My old roommate always used the same pan for eggs, and never cleaned it. Ugh. For an entire year, this pan was caked with eggs and just sat on the stove, which was also covered in egg splatter. Even if I cleaned it for him, he would be back on the stove the next day. Ugh. Monkey says, you know, happy birthday. So he wrote it in French. I don't know why. So let's continue up this Ask Reddit thread of, you know, worst roommate stories. I'm wondering if let me see here. Sorry, I feel like the music could be a little loud. Let me adjust that. That's good. What?
I wanted to get. There's no bread in the house, so I tried to put peanut butter on a slider, which is just like hot dog bread. But they got moldy, Kyle, and I fed it to the dog instead. Jesus
Christ, Stripes.
I'm sure she's fine. It was only had specks of mold.
Number Couture is 1014 says bon anniversaire. Is that French? I don't know.
Thank you. I wish I could say thank you in the language that you're speaking, but I don't know the language that you're speaking.
Rainer Venn says, dude, that subreddit is empty. It's empty because I just made it and put a post on it that I'm asking you to upvote with the big
No, you cleared it out. There was a few posts before.
Yeah, I did clear them out. I apologize. Bing pong. Serious Sketch says, Stripes confirmed on stream to be poisoning a dog. Ruthless.
No, that's not true. The dog's gonna be okay.
Number 16 on the worst roommate thread. This is a freaking long one. Holy hell, man. I hope that it's all visible to the people in the stream. Well, here's my ex-roommate story. I dated a girl for a while. She moved in and we ended up breaking up. I let her stay and move into one of the upstairs bedrooms because I made the mistake of feeling sorry for her. You really crazy, bro. You need to get that shit out of your life when you're done. Fast forward a few years. Yes, I'm a huge pushover and way too fucking forgiving of people. I think she finally broke me of that. And I finally had to kick her ass out. It started small over the years with her just being a general slob. However, she had the upstairs of the house more or less to herself. Large bedroom, her own full bathroom, Nobody ever went up there to bother her. You used to date a girl. You know what I mean? It's not like you guys are banging it out. You know what I mean? And you guys are mutually, I guess, getting something from one another. This is just somehow you used to date and she get to live up there. However, she had the upstairs of the house more or less to herself. She also had a pet rabbit. I liked rabbits. They're cute and adorable. Well, this lets you know what kind of man this is. The rabbit, however, was not taken care of. She went back to Arizona for Christmas to visit family and asked me to watch the rabbit. Sure, no problem. I go up to check on the rabbit, give it food, water, clean the cage, and the upstairs looks like a crack house. There is trash everywhere, just piles of dirty dishes and food wrappers and just general trash. The bathroom looked like it had never been cleaned at all, just layers upon layers of makeup residue and hair and trash. And worse, the rabbit's cage was this tiny thing designed for a small rabbit that was too small for this one, since she never let the rabbit out of the cage and the entire cage was filled with rabbit crap. The nails of the rabbit were long enough. You knew they hadn't been taken care of for a while. I was horrified, but me being stupid didn't immediately pick up a phone and bitch her out and tell her to keep her bags packed when she got back. Wow, dude. Where do these pushover people live so that I can have them in my life? Not because I take advantage of them, but because I need some people who are willing to put up with freaking anything. Jesus Christ. No, I was stupid. I cleaned up upstairs, went out, built the rabbit a new, much larger cage, and took care of it. When she got back, I told her flat out it wouldn't happen again. What? You're like, this bitch is like passive mom, dude. Fast forward a few months and the rabbit is put for being sick. I'm guessing put down. I'm guessing they had to kill the rabbit. She starts posting on Facebook about how sad she was, etc. I sat there thinking, bitch, you didn't take care of it. I feel like the music isn't loud enough now. Sorry, that's like irrelevant, but let me just do something about that. Bing bong. Okay. I even offered to help her take the rabbit cage down after it happened. She declined. Fast forward again, and I'm wondering why all of a sudden the house is crawling with bugs. I start seeing ants and roaches in larger and larger numbers. Not cool. Then I start noticing an odor in the house. Something rotten. I'm asking if something got in one of the attics and died. A squirrel or a mouse or something, and that's what's caused this. So I venture upstairs and check the attic. Nothing. So I go check the other side, which is accessible from the roommate's closet. I open the door and the room is once again a disaster area. Everything from black and shriveled banana peels to fast food bags to piles of dirty dishes and clothes and bugs crawling all over it. I understandably was a bit upset. Even the rabbit's cage was still there, still filled with rabbit shit. Well, I was confident she hasn't changed the litter from when she got back after Christmas to when the rabbit died, and I told her flat out she needed to clean the room now today, this instant, because I wasn't going to have the upstairs of my house become a garbage dump. She wasn't exactly happy with me, but I didn't give a fuck at that point. I stormed out and left a bit. Oh my God, these people. Who's putting up with this shit? She wasn't exactly happy about it. I didn't give a fuck at that point. I stormed out and left a bit before I snapped and did something I would really regret. So being my dumb self, I assumed that given the situation and the context that the upstairs would then be cleaned, that I got the point across. So I go upstairs a few weeks later to change the air filter in the AC system, and lo and behold, the room is not only still filled with the exact same shit it was before, there is new trash. I'm done at this point. I'm livid. I tell her when she gets home to clean up the upstairs and pack her bags and get out by the end of the week. She gives me a song and dance and a sob story and all about how it'll never happen again. You're right, it won't. You're not staying here. No one should be surprised with the fun still ending but having to clean up the upstairs. The carpet was a loss and the entire house had to be fumigated. I even had to repaint the... Nigga, you put this on yourself, so whatever, Somebody said, pictures, you say?
Pictures of the room, not the girl, I hope.
Cool, there's pictures of the room.
Okay.
All right, it's not as bad as we all imagined in our mind's eye, but it's still kind of sick. This is a female, you know what I mean? You expect this kind of shit in a frat house, dude, especially with a rabbit and the shit in a cage. Despite all your rage. Oh my bing bong. A crack house, dude, for real. Oh my bing bong. How are you so non-confrontational that you let this shit happen? You know? Because here's the bottom line. This is your place, my nigga. And you got somebody living here. Like, yeah, you want to give somebody your privacy or some shit like this. But once it happens the first time, you need to bring them to the point where they accept that you have to go in to just check that the shit ain't happening again, because they had their opportunity and they fucked it up. And look at this.
That this person is an ex.
This is some druggy shit, man.
You think she was a druggie?
At a glance, this is some shit that looks like it's just like drugs. Come on now.
I guess if she did drugs, he would have mentioned it at some point.
I don't get how somebody can just allow it. Wow. So guys, sorry stream. Welcome to Stripes' birthday Ask Reddit stream here. Just going through a couple of monkey balls. Again, I love that I keep doing this. If you have a Reddit account, please go to that subreddit. Upvote that one. There's only one post on that entire subreddit. I love it. And we'll be able to get somewhere. Somebody named Those Gamers in the stream chat says, hey, hello. Helm says happy birthday to you, Stripes, and so does Kelsey L. So that's what's going on. Serious Sketch says the music is fine, but I don't know if the music is fine now after I've adjusted it, or, you know, that was before that he was talking about. Serious Sketch says fucking cucks, man. Jordan Brown says who else but passive people. Again, you know, this is it. There's being passive, and then there's just being a pushover. This is like doormat style. And again, what I wanted to hear in this story is like, yeah, she was available when I needed her to spread them legs and do whatever I told her to do, dude. But when it seems like he rarely even went upstairs, you know, because he was somehow shocked by the condition of the room, you know what I mean? You date a girl and then y'all are done dating and then she gets to live in a house still? Like, what is this? What is this? What kind of life are you living? What?
I think she probably did put out for him after
but to the point where they never did it upstairs, because that's the big glaring piece of confusion on this story for me, is that he goes upstairs, wow, this place is a freaking mess, I can't believe how bad it is, and then he goes downstairs and goes, this better not happen again, I've had it up to here, this is the final straw, and I am so disappointed in you because I'm your dad now, you know what I mean? So then, Stripes, it happens again, right? And then he's under the impression, oh, well, I'm just going to have a talk. And you know, since it happened the first time, that it can't happen again, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't even go back up to check that it's been dealt with. Stripes? I mean, how many times? Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. So as we continue along the worst roommate stories list, number 15 reads as follows. I lived with a roommate who was a complete and total narcissist. This ought to be good. It was a $1,500 a month apartment, 3 bedrooms in a nice part of town that should have been $500 a person. So there were 3 of you living there, but he was a lazy as shit and maybe contributed 150 of that. How do you let a nigga get away with that? How do you let a nigga get away with that? If you have friends, right? If you have friends, then why don't you lock them into some sort of written contract so that people are obligated to get down in that capacity? I don't get it. I don't understand, like, the idea of pulling weight for somebody that you know, you don't owe in some capacity. This ain't family. This ain't your boy from the sound of it. It's just some dude. So whatever, $1,500 a month, and he pulled it. It was supposed to be $500 a person. He pulled in 150 of that. His dumb twat girlfriend wasn't much better, contributing about the same amount per month, but she was at least more pleasant to talk to. that shit's irrelevant, my homie. So it looks like you are dealing with all of their shit. I lived with them for about 6 months and paid $1,200. I was paying to cover the rent because I didn't want my credit to take the hit as a result and from the eviction. You are a cuck. What a bunch of cucks in these stories. Woo. The whole time they were going out to eat and whining and dining each other. Meanwhile, I could never do anything because I was burning up all of my cash just trying to cover the rent. It's your own fault. Up, bitch. Of course, I would talk to the dude and say, man, this can't continue. It's stressing me the fuck out. I can't afford to buy food most of the time. But since, you know, he was a piece of shit narcissist, he would turn the argument around to somehow make it seem like I was ungrateful. Okay. The end finally came when I spoke with the leasing office people and explained that while I loved the apartment, I was the only one who was really giving the property managers any real money, and the situation was untenable. I also said that I would love to continue doing business with them, possibly with a smaller apartment, but I was locked up into my lease and couldn't afford to pay an early termination fee because these assholes I lived with were sucking me dry. They looked up the paperwork and said, well, it looks like only the piece of shit filled out the lease paperwork, so you have no legal obligation to pay the rent. And he said, is that so? I responded. I thought for a few moments and then said to the agent, you should probably get eviction paperwork ready for the next month. I have no intention of continuing to fund their lavish lifestyle. What other units do you have? I went back to the apartment and began packing. One day they came home to see that the bedroom was empty and my car was gone. They started packing like crazy for 3 days, having to throw a lot of it away because they were going to get locked out before they could get it all. On the second day, the power was turned off because it was my name at the old apartment, and now that I had my own place, I wasn't about to pay for the power in two different places. So they had to frantically pack in the sweltering July heat and total darkness. Fuck those people. Man, they got away with some shit for a couple of months. They still fucked you, bro. They still fucked you. Damn, I love seeing faith band people. That is what's up. I wonder what this idiot's all about. What is this idiot going on about? Maybe he's just a homosexual. Not that there's anything wrong with homos, you know? Homos are cool. Just not, you know, that faggot. Guys, go to that narrated page and upvote that post for me. I love you. What are you asking, Stripes?
What did they say that got them banned?
No, they're just being an idiot as usual. Like, unfunny too. How do you do that? How do you be unfunny as well? Blocking up my monkey with all this crap. Looks like Waifu Willie is here. He says hello to you and happy birthday as well. Sarah Bishop says, I have a cleaning OCD, hence why I am a cleaning lady for a living. Can't stand dirty humans. She come clean up my house, ho. Oh, wait. Sarah is pregnant. Man.
That just, look, being pregnant doesn't mean you can't clean.
I'm not saying that it interferes with her pregnancy cleaning. I'm just saying I need to find someone who loves cleaning that is also not pregnant. Stripes. See what I'm saying?
I'm one of those things.
One of those things. Well done, Stripes. Stripes is one of those things. I got a real serious question for you really quick, sweetie. When was the last time you saved?
When I sketched it.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Imagine what, losing it?
Old school Sarah Bishop band Jordan Brown.
What did Jordan... Wait, isn't Jordan Brown kind of a regular around here? What did he do?
Yeah, what did he do?
I gotta know.
Oh my god, I'm loving this stream tonight.
What's he doing?
Oh my god. Wet Denim arrives and says happy birthday to Stripes. Stream getting loose. The stream is getting crazy. I love seeing Faith ban people because you know she's no nonsense and wouldn't do it unless it was called for. Sarah Bishop says I accidentally blocked Jordan. How the fuck do I unblock him? Oh my god. Poor
great.
Jordan Brown. I don't know, dude. I don't know how to unblock Jordan Brown. Jordan Brown. Oh, okay. Here's what we're gonna have to do. Let me see if I can find a way to unblock this kid. What a world. Y'all out here blocking the wrong people. Faith wouldn't have done that. Oh my bing bong. Wait, did he get unblocked? Oh, she figured out how to do it.
Well, untiming out people you can't do, but unblocking them you can. That's what I've learned. Like, I can't just time out people as a joke anymore. I have to block them.
Manda JT says happy birthday to you, so there's that.
Thank you.
Oh, bing bong. So, to continue up the stories of... Whoa, I kind of lost my place. Because I got a lot of lists here open. Holy bing bong. A decimal point, my nigga. What? Stories of petty revenge. Here it is. Sorry. It's just nuts how much people put up with for fear of
confrontation.
Well, this is I think it is about confrontation. Do you know what I mean? Because I mean the guy could have screwed up his own credit, but it wasn't just his own shit. Manja JT says, Kyle, I laugh whenever you say bing bong. Was listening to your vid about people fucking up their life, and you said sweet holy bing bong or something, and I almost died. Oh, Manda. Faith F says, when I accidentally blocked at least 3 people. Wait, did she really accidentally? Oh, Faith, you crazy.
So wait, maybe who was it? The person that she banned the first time that didn't seem to do anything wrong? It's alright. I don't think I've ever accidentally blocked people, but I forgive her.
Anyway, look, Tropical Nerd says, I love Stripe's style of art. I love the absence of the thick lines. Well, no, she's doing that because I think she wants to mimic the style of the game to a certain degree, but she could probably tell you more about it than me, so go ahead, Stripes.
The game's lineless, that's true, but I've also been experimenting with lineless art as of recently, so I thought this would be a good opportunity, considering the style of the game. But they're really chibi in the style of the game, so I'm not doing that right now.
Yeah. So she's making kind of like a bigger representation of that. To continue, in case anybody's curious about what game that is, it's a game called Night in the Woods. But we're gonna go ahead and continue on the list.
I wanted to take commissions of it, and I guess I still could, but I kind of got soured because the creator outright said that they don't support people doing that. Like,
yeah, guys, this is like good stuff. I know you guys don't care particularly, but the person who made, like, the creators of the game Night in the Woods are for some reason not about people drawing their thing. Like, they don't like fan art of their thing, which is in a way ridiculous. It's just like, what are you talking about? You've already released it to the wild. To tell people that they shouldn't make art of it is almost like telling people that they can't cosplay your thing, or you know what I mean? It's not even like a violation where they're making like straight pornography. They're just recreating the little thing that they like. They're just drawing it. They're just showing that they're into it. What?
The specific grievances they have is profiting off it. Like, they don't want you to make shirts based on the game. They don't want you to take commissions based on the style. And I think that's about it, but that's still really enforceable, I think.
That's still an area that has nothing to do with them, and to be honest, it's much like Nintendo deciding, oh, you better not put up our content on your video and your YouTube channel and try to make anything off of it, buddy. It's just like, really? Nintendo, you really gotta calm down. It's not the way that the world works anymore, And then worse, like, no press is bad press, so I can make content and include something that maybe people wouldn't have seen otherwise. So in a way, it's kind of like a commercial for this thing. I can't tell you how many times I've just immediately started playing something and people will flood in and go, oh, what is this? I really want this. I like the look of it, that they may not have seen otherwise. So to tell people, oh, you can't do this here because the only way to experience it is just to go buy it, it's like, come on. That is not the world we live in anymore. So guys, sorry about that. Fat Aikage comes into the stream chat and he says, hey Kyle, happy birthday to you, Stripes.
Oh, I thought Kyle's birthday was today too.
Yeah, it totally isn't. So to continue down the list of, ridiculous and worst roommate stories, we're going to number 14. So I shared a room with 2 other dudes and we shared a bathroom. I was lying on my bed, probably looking at Reddit on my phone, when one of my roommates comes out of the bathroom after a shower wearing only his boxers. He starts messing around, waving his dick around in his boxers and whatnot, thinking he's funny. It then becomes a let's see how far we can take this, and he focuses his attention on me. He then jumps on my bed and makes humping motions and whatnot in my direction. I'm just thinking, what the fuck, and laughing it off, but then he jumps up and ends up sort of sitting on my knees with his butt towards me. I'm laying on my back with my feet flat on the bed, and he begins to move his butt around and his boxers come down. At this point, I feel the line has been crossed at this point, and I'm not super intent on manhandling this dude to get him off me. The first thing that popped into my head was, oh, I have Germex hand sanitizer on my nightstand. So I reach over, grab the bottle, take aim right at his butthole, and slam my hand on the dispenser. The stream leaves the bottle and is right on target. He jumps up screaming, asking what that was, and runs to the shower screaming that it burns. I never had to deal with any situation like that ever again. And oddly, every time I tell this story, I'm the weird one. I like that he was resourceful. It was almost like a point and click adventure game. You know, coming to a Telltale game near you, you know what I'm talking about? Oh man, he's on my back. How am I supposed to get him off? He's rubbing all over and he's getting naked. And then you're just looking around the room like, what tools can I use? The Germex bottle of, oh yes, the antibacterial. Got it. Now aim for the butthole. You know what I'm talking about? Now that's my kind of video game, alright?
I hope you're never in that situation.
Guitar Slinger 16 says, hi Kyle, hi Stripes. Well, hello to both of us. I like that Faith is...
Oh,
what?
I should tell you that, like, after a while I just started laying down and drawing. I don't know if that makes a difference to you. It might make a difference to what this turns out to be.
Why don't you sit up and finish your work instead of getting lazy
shut
halfway
up.
through?
I want to be comfortable. It's my birthday. I'm the queen.
The Tropical Nerd says, how much are Stripes' prices for commissions? I would pay for her to draw fan art of my game. So go ahead and drop that in the description. In the stream chat. I'm going to drop this in the stream chat. If you guys have a Reddit account, please go to that subreddit and upvote the one post that I made because, I'm trying something. I want to see where that goes. I really love to see Faith flexing her banning, power in the stream because she's not the type of person that wants to do that all the time. Amanda says, for me, the line is crossed as soon as you start sitting on me. I mean, hey man, you coming towards me gyrating and shit, you got me fucked up. Serious Sketch says, how does...
I forgot the necklace on. Sorry, go on.
You got the necklace wrong?
No, she has one and I forgot about it. So what were you gonna say?
I don't know. I remember you drawing, which is interesting. Drawing the necklace, I mean. Shut up. Shut up.
It was
Shut up, alright? What, Kyle? Yeah, I've been drawing. Whatever. To continue what are the worst roommate stories?
No, it's just you were reading someone's post and I wanted to hear it finished.
Someone's post?
In the comments.
No, it's just Manda saying the line is crossed when they start gyrating, and then I said, you got me fucked up if that starts happening to me. The line's crossed when you gyrate, not when somebody sits on you. You get me? So again, the worst roommate stories, number 13. Got a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue for my birthday from a friend. I went out of town. The roommate proceeds to drink half of the bottle, then fill it up with water like I wouldn't notice, and then had the audacity to lie about it and continues to lie to this day. I do believe he doesn't remember though. He got laid off after getting a DUI, proceeded to drink himself stupid for 8 months, and was eventually taking our rent money to pay his car bill. Excuse you? Didn't realize till we had an eviction notice. Forced him to get his parents to pay for our 3 months of rent he didn't pay, but I still have an eviction on my record. Ugh. I have a copy of the notice that says I was evicted, so whatever. Wherever I go, I have to show that to the future landlords or when I buy a house so we don't get denied. That sucks, man. Having other people fuck up your record is like pretty shitty. Pretty shitty stuff.
Is there like some kind of court you can go to clear things up, or is it just...
Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. The only way things get cleared up is if you got the money to make it happen. You know.
Oh, I put my prices into the stream chat also.
Good. Sarah Bishop says you have to send proof that you murdered a Kyle hater, then I'll mod you. Well, people are asking how to get modded. Man, you guys don't even want to know the hoops you got to jump through. But if you look around at some of the mods, you'll notice something very interesting about all of them, a similarity, if you will. Now, what do you think that is? Alex McKenzie says, just joined. Has Stripes got her PS4 yet? She actually does not. So I don't know where we are in that. Maybe I should be putting Stripes as PayPal out there so that she could probably move towards that PS4. Because if she had that, oh my God, her and I could play that a lot. And
it'll be a learning experience.
Because Stripes doesn't know how to use a controller. So
yeah, but I'm willing to learn.
You know what? I think it has to have HTTP on there before it will be recognized as like a fucking link. And that's some bullshit. You got me funkin' waggled out here, man. I'm supposed to HTTP / shit just to get it to work. You know, in the actual striped goon. Oh my God, I did it. Fine. Jesus. Now to continue up the list of worst roommate stories here. Number 12. I made the mistake of living with my friends, and it all went to shit. They were all slobs, and I got really tired of cleaning up after them. But that wasn't the worst of it. No, the worst of it was my one friend's boyfriend. You see, she had previously been in a bad relationship, and all of us promised we would say if we thought she was in another bad one. Did that work? No. Everyone hated her new boyfriend, but I was the only one that flat out told her that she was being used and she should get out. I became enemy number 1, as suddenly everyone else was so supportive of her relationship. They plotted ways to get back at me. I actually overheard them saying that what they were going to do around the apartment to piss me off. Okay. Joke's on her, they're divorced now. Well, damn, they were engaged or married? And one of the others is spiraling to hell. Oh, is in a spiraling to hell relationship. The one I remained friends with, she didn't plot. She was just a slob. Is still contently married. I did get a half-hearted apology one time, but it was cut off when I said I wasn't sorry for anything. Nice. Friends or strangers. Having roommates is hard. Okay, you just don't want to believe that people are this terrible, you know?
I'd like to have a roommate someday, but I'd be afraid I'm a burden, honestly, because I've never lived on my own. There's a lot of things I need to change.
Oh my God, Faith Man, the Henry Show? I don't remember him being that awful. Just, mercilessly unfunny. But aren't most? It's not like it's people's job to be funny in the stream chat. But the problem is they come in here trying to make it their mission to be funny, and then they end up coming off woefully autistic. Jeez. And we're just like, hey man, can you control those fingers? Like, if you told those fingers what you wanted them to type, would it still just do whatever it wanted? You know what I mean? Yeah, so I was walking down the street the other day and I saw a box of AIDS on the street. Box of AIDS. Oh, box of AIDS. Box of AIDS. Box of AIDS. All caps, box of AIDS.
I think what you're saying is that people are trying to this stream, they're like riff track. They're riff tracking
box of AIDS. No, it's just like, dude, you're just being so stupid. And then there's the one where it's like, let me hit you with what what I would like to hear you say, like, oh, he's reading the stream chat. Maybe if I say I like Pringles in my butthole, flavor, greasy time. He'll say that. I'm just like, flavor, greasy time. And that's the type of thing that would make you pissed off to the point where you're just like, I'm banning them, fuck warnings. You know what I mean? Sometimes we'll see one of the girls time them out, and then another girl ban them. Like it was too much for one of you, and the other one was like, all right, that's enough. Let's give this guy a warning. And then the other one's like, no mercy. Oh my God. No one in your heart says happy birthday to you, Stripe. So there's that.
Thank you. I think I'm done.
Well, you better move on to another thing. You know what I'm talking about. This is the part where Stripes is taking requests, she said.
Yes.
Save that.
Requests.
Save that.
Or commissions. I don't care.
Yeah, you can pay Stripes if you want. Pay Stripes for a thing you wanted to do. Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Supposed to be fucking holding a cigarette. My bad.
Yeah, so go ahead and finish what you're doing. And then do cigarette smoke. Why don't you do a background, even if it's lame?
Because it's lame. That's why.
Why don't you just pull a background from the actual game?
Man, I'll just draw this gradient wall of the pumpkin and just be done.
As we continue up the list, number 11 on the worst roommate stories. The worst story I have is just really creepy. She was a great roommate, but I couldn't sleep right for a month. So it's literally the first night we're sleeping in the same room, so things are already a little awkward since we only know each other's names. But night falls and we go to sleep. I wake up to the sound of her yelling, no, 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 no. And then she flings all of her blankets off of her bed and onto the floor. At this point, I'm freaked out, so I ask if she's okay, and she doesn't reply. Instead, she sits up, looks around, sees the window, and kind of whispers, not the window. Then she stands up and walks to the window. At this point, I realize she must be sleepwalking or crazy. She then gets to the window, grabs the lock with both hands, and is locking and unlocking the window over and over while whispering to herself, oh, this bitch OCD. What's going on? She never opened it, but after about 3 minutes of that, she lets go and says, that'll do, this bitch OCD, and then starts walking back to her head. But when she was passing by my bed, she stopped and turned to face me.
Did she say anything?
Then she just stood there, sleep, I hope, staring at me for a good 2 minutes. Then she started whispering to herself again and walked past her bed to the door, dragged her hand down to the middle of it, turned around and walked to her bed and went back to sleep. She is sleep OCD? This is scary as fuck. I was terrified, but I'll never tell her about it. She never did it again. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? The response that says, man, I feel bad because I do shit like this. Once my ex woke up to me facing her in bed staring at me. I guess when we made eye contact, I said, they're coming. In a flat tone, rolled over and went to sleep. What? Somebody said I did something similar to this once. My ex was crashing at my place one night. It was midterm, so I was stressed out. This is also the point in my life when I was experiencing really bad night terrors. If you never had a night terror, you're lucky. They look, sound, and feel as real as day. My nightmares are as real as day, dude. I wake up with my heart beating out of my chest. I feel like I could easily have a heart attack one day, just in a really bad dream. Anyway, this one was particularly bad. I was in my backyard because I heard some strange noises and went to check them out. It was black. I'm kidding. The only light was coming from the back left. What? It was my neighbor's driveway light. He always left it on. Beyond what the light showed was only black. Oh my God, okay, stop. When all of a sudden, bright blue eyes started opening up. First 1, then 3, then 5. I quickly turned and ran into the house, hearing the horrified glass-breaking screams from behind me. As I burst through the door, I woke up in my bed. I glanced around to the front of my bed to see blue eyes staring back at me. It stood up slowly, made its way to my side of the bed, and sat 1 foot from my face, breathing. I could see sharp white teeth. Was this a dog? I could see sharp white teeth with long hair and dark bumpy skin. I couldn't move. I was experiencing sleep paralysis, which wasn't new to me, but this was bad. I screamed for help as it niched towards my face, but I couldn't open my mouth. The sound was almost completely muffled. Its eyes were in a dead stare with an open mouth smile. With every ounce of energy and strength, I tried to move, but nothing. This is a fucking minefield of wrongly written things. They wrote stare the wrong way. I've ever heard niched. Oh, they didn't mean niche. They meant inched. I'm just trying to read some of this without breaking the fucking momentum. But oh my God, a dead stare, like the stairs you walk up. Okay, with every once of my energy. With every once of energy and strength, I tried to move, but nothing. Finally, after what seemed like 2 minutes, I started to feel my body move, like dancing. Shut up, man. I'm so bad. I gotta stop. I promise I'm not gonna interrupt this anymore. Okay. I promise. I'm not gonna interrupt it. Okay. I desperately started to yell. First starting as a mumble as I couldn't open my mouth, the blue eyes still staring at me, seemingly getting closer. Then I felt my body rock side to side and I screamed louder, still only a mumble. Then snap, I broke free. The eyes vanished and my arm shot up to defend myself, and in the process I hit my ex in the head pretty hard. She was apparently trying to wake me up, but I couldn't tell she was there. She said it was weird. She could tell my eyes were opened and I was making noises, but I wasn't moving or acknowledging that she was there. She wasn't happy, but I explained to her what happened. She was very comforting. The relationship didn't last long. She wanted more of a commitment, and I was young and stupid college kid. We are still friends. She's still pretty awesome. He had a night terror. Well, James G arrives in the chat and says, "Happy birthday to you, Stripes."
Have you ever had sleep paralysis?
Not at all.
Oh,
That shit sounds scary as fuck. Nope.
Do you know how to wake up from it?
Hell no. Do you?
Yeah, you wiggle your toes.
Can't imagine that works for everybody though.
It works for me. There's also another thing you can do, but I think it only works if you can wiggle your ears.
That shit sounds so scary because it's like the old school nightmare bullshit that I remember reading. Excuse me. Did I remember reading on like Wikipedia about nightmares?
Well,
but it was about like the thing sitting on your chest, you know?
Oh yeah. I had a night sleep paralysis where I woke up and I was still like half asleep, like mostly asleep, and I just saw a witch at the corner of my bed, and it scared me.
Freud and Jung seem to have shared the belief that people frequently distressed by nightmares could be re-experiencing some stressful event from their past. Both perspectives on dreams suggest that therapy can provide relief from dilemma of the nightmare experience. Man. And then it goes into PTSD. What a load of bing bong. Not that PTSD is a load of bing bong. I'm just saying, geez, man, I would hate to even be afflicted by shit that would make my dreams worse. Man, you guys are getting into some deep stuff in the stream chat. Love you all. Whoa. Somebody said I just got a call from my patient's daughter. Sadness because she passed in her sleep. Oh no. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh my bing bong. Sarah Bishop says, "Oh sorry, Jordan. Makes me feel even worse about accidentally blocking you." Oh god, you guys are crazy. I mean, as rude as it is to say, you know, you gotta hope that that's the way that a lot of people go. That's a better way to pass, you know, than the pain or the torment of knowing that they are not feeling okay as they slip into that sweet good night bowels.
Become less of themselves.
It looks good, Stripes.
Dementia's scary. Dementia's so scary. I don't want to go through that.
Imagine forgetting everything. That's got to be one of the worst things ever. Pretty trying stuff. And then the kind of care that you would need too is pretty unbelievable. Pretty unbelievable. Guys, if you do have a Reddit account, go upvote that thing for me, and I love you. You know what I mean? What? And what? I guess if you do just also have pointless amounts of money laying around, buy Stripes a PS4, because that's all she wants for her birthday. I don't know. I fucked an ugly girl just to piss off a guy that I hate who liked her. Whoa, this is the wrong list. Sorry about that, guys.
No, I like the sound of that, actually.
You like the sound of fucking ugly girls, Stripes, on her birthday. Lisa Perla. I mean, never mind. Serious
I'm not
Stripes
saying I'm an ugly girl.
Who?
I'm not saying I'm an ugly girl. It's just ugly girls are funny. Not in the haha funny. I'm gonna laugh at what they're saying, but in the it makes me feel better about myself anyway.
Are you saying ugly girls are jolly and like they have personality because they know that they can't just get away with being, one-dimensional as far as like being superficially good-looking and have nothing else to offer?
Well, that isn't where I was going with this, but thank you for turning it around.
Turn around. Helm says I just got bumped into Overwatch match versus a level 1000 or some shit. Well, damn. It's not like you're fighting a Kyle, though. Can't be that bad, Sarah Bishop says, one time, spiders laid its eggs in my fast pitch batting bag. And when I opened it, about 200 spiders ran everywhere. I ran all the way home.
I thought
it's like a movie. That's like a movie scene, you know what I mean? Oh, she's running. She opened that bag full of spiders over there, and she never stopped.
I wanted to believe that spiders laid eggs in her fat folds, if she had any. I thought that's what she was going with.
Yeah, for some reason, I thought the exact same thing. I didn't know what the word fat spitch sounded like, but I figured it was kind of like a pit in your fat. So like maybe you a part where your fat makes a fold or something in there.
Yeah.
And like a spider got in there and was like, I'm laying the eggs, baby. And one day I'm just like, I'm scratching myself and I lift it up and then it's just like, you know what I mean? Oh my God, they're everywhere. They're gonna eat me. Oh my God. As we continue up the list of worst Reddit roommate stories here.
Oh, sorry. Did anyone say anything about a commission, or what am I doing after this? Actually,
I don't know, guys. You guys need to if you want to commission Stripes or something. Somebody says something about a game, or if you just want to make a suggestion, I guess, of something that you think that she should draw. Look, here's the thing that I like to think about. If you were trying to get Stripes to get the most attention as an artist, what is something that you believe that she should draw? Would it be something that's like hot right now? Would it be like a Rick and Morty crossover with anything because Rick and Morty get so much attention, you know what I mean? But yeah, tell us what you think. If you were an artist and you were just looking to just have a whole bunch of people look at your bing bongs, where would you go? What would you do? So Reddit, what are your worst roommate stories? Number 9. Okay. My first roommate at college was a girl who had severe issues. She was bulimic and would cut herself. Man, I would be bulimic if it wasn't going to fuck up my freaking throat.
I thought you were bulimic.
I wish. Okay. I wish. Then I'd be hot. She never talked to me, and I only deduced these things by finding bloody tissues under her bed and having just lived with my brother who was suicidal and self-harmed a lot. And also following the trail of vomit smell to the closet where she apparently kept it. Gross. Fuck if I know why, since we had a suite and our own attached bathroom. She would also bring up containers of food to leave out to make it look like she was eating. When I talked to the RA about this, they forced her to speak with a therapist. She threatened to smother me in my sleep. Oh, that's normal. Yeah.
She's trying to help you.
Can you imagine? I would just pull my phone out and be like, "You're gonna do what? What are you saying you're gonna do to me? I don't believe you're gonna do it. You better say it again so I know. I'm gonna smother you in your sleep. You're not serious. I am so serious. What's your name? I am this girl. What's today's date?" Oh my God. I'd pull out the phone and be like, "I think I got all of what I need." Right? Ruben says, "I like to have my window open and a moth flew in and I flipped shit." Guess that's all it takes, eh, Ruben? He's a man like man. I'm kidding. Sarah Bishop, what?
How'd the moth get in the room?
It flew in through the open window, Stripes.
But who threw it?
Moth.
Oh, I thought you said mop.
Everybody imagine that. Everybody imagine a mop coming in through an open window. Is it
How do you
funnier? Is it funnier if the
feel?
mop can move on its own, or is it funnier if somebody's like, ah, and they just throw a mop through an open window? Yeah, something mad at you. I hate that guy in there. It's a good thing I brought this mop. Is it a used mop that he just wiped his bathroom floor with? Did he go to the dollar store because he wanted a new mop or something? And he's just like, I need a mop, but I hate this guy. Throwing it through his window, throw a mop through a window. How would you even react to that? Is that a mop? Oh my god. Let's continue here. Wait, Kenny Wilson says happy birthday to you, Stripes.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah, you should draw titties. What am I thinking?
Wait.
Well, who should be naked then?
Oh, I can't do that now. I mean, I guess I could.
You could draw scantily clad somebody. I would say Summer, but screw Summer from Rick and Morty.
What? She's like 16 years old. Calm your fucking shit.
Oh, they still did the episode where they had her and all that like fetish crap, and they just explained it away because it was a dream.
So I just call her Dream Summer.
I don't know. Oh man, sex and Rick and Morty. That's a great angle. It's a great angle. It's a great angle, Morty. Ugh.
I don't think Beth is that cute. Who's the hive mind lady? She's alright.
Unity?
Yeah, she's alright.
Man, why don't you just draw sexy? I mean, everybody's drawing sexy Overwatch characters. We need to find something that's new and amazing. So as I continue up the list of worst roommate stories on Reddit, we're going to go ahead and do number 8. I had a roommate who attempted to leave unjustified, scathing, passive-aggressive notes for just everyone. Our apartment neighbors, cars parked outside, and even our landlady. The kind of notes with overly polite languages, underlines, and randomly capitalized words, always written in red marker, always rude enough to get the shit beaten out of her. Always signed from both of us. Oh my god. I spent that year following her around and removing the notes quickly and quietly as possible, which is more passive, not talking to her about what she's doing or just cleaning up the, you know what I mean, fighting passive with passive.
It's what women do.